Greetings to all of you. I am Richard Wing. This is 3 Good Minutes. At least we hope this is a moment of a pause for you, for all of us to reflect on some of the more important things in life. I want to talk for a very short period of time about doubt. A lot of people say to people who doubt, you shouldn't doubt, you need to believe, and all that kind of stuff. And the more that people do that, the less helpful it truly is. Doubt. It was Frederick Buechner who said that doubt is the ants in the pants of faith. It keeps it moving and asking questions. And oftentimes we discover that life is about living the questions, not seeking the answers. I remember those times that I was looking for solid answers to everything. And I remember my teacher, minister in high school, was the one who used to make powerful statements, and I said, yes, that's exactly the way it is. At the end of his life, he said, you know, the whole thing is mystery, and you either trust the mystery of it all or you don't. I owe so much to that person who told the truth about some of his doubts as well as the faith that kept coming through the little cracks of his life and blessing him, and he in turn blessing the rest of us. I want to read this for you. It comes from Robert Pirsig. He says, "You are never dedicated to something you have complete confidence in." He says, no one is fanatically shouting that the sun is going to rise tomorrow. Nobody argues that. They know it is going to rise tomorrow. When people are fanatically dedicated to political or religious faiths or any other kinds of dogmas or goals, it's always because these dogmas or goals are in doubt inside themselves. Robert Pirsig said that. I remember the day that I was watching television and for entertainment turned on Jimmy Swaggart, where he would always have the litany of hideous sins in our society. And he kept talking about one and then the next and disbelief and all of this. And finally he came down to the worst thing is pornography. And he came down hard and is screaming and yelling. I turned to my wife and said, he is struggling with that. He has a problem with pornography. And in fact, time would prove that to be exactly the case. The most important thing is to make friends with our doubts, because making friends with doubts and question mark is one of the most important things in the life of faith. Sometimes we understand that better than others. May we join with those who light our little lamps and let our light so shine that others might see the goodness of God and give thanks for all of life. I'm Richard Wing. This is 3 Good Minutes, wishing you all the very best.